Are you looking for the best gaming monitors? In this video we will look at some of the 5 best gaming monitors on the market. Before we get started with our video, we have included links in the description, so make sure you check those out to see which one is in your budget range. Number 1. Alienware AW2524HF 24.5-inch Gaming Monitor. If your system runs games best in 1080p, you want the highest refresh rate possible, or simply don't have a ton of desk space, a 24-inch monitor is often the size that fits your life, even if it isn't what you were initially looking for. Going small doesn't necessarily mean going budget, though. The Alienware AW2524HF is a high-performance 24-inch IPS display with a high 500 Hz refresh rate. For competitive players, whether you're into shooters like Call of Duty and Fortnite, MOBAs, or fighting games, a high refresh rate guarantees smooth animation, which can allow you to see and react to what other players are doing more quickly. In a quick draw, even a millisecond of reaction time can make all the difference. I'm not that kind of gamer, but I could appreciate how smoothly games unfolded in front of me on this monitor. You also get a plethora of ports on the bottom of the monitor, including 4 USB-A ports, a USB-B port, 2 DisplayPort 1.4 inputs and a HDMI 2.1 slot. Not for nothing, this is also the only monitor in the list with a built-in headphone hook, which is a nice touch. While I wish it had a USB-C port for easy charging, it covers most of the bases and gives you the options you need to take advantage of its specs. The big downside here is that, at over $400, this is an expensive 24-inch display. Moreover, with more and more OLED monitors on the market, its esports-facing specs may not appeal to players looking to optimize for visual fidelity. There aren't many 24-inch OLED panels yet, but we have no doubt that they're coming. If you're looking for the best performance in a small monitor, though, this will make your games run smooth as butter. If you just don't have the room for a larger monitor and if you're willing to compromise a little bit on performance, Alienware makes a 360 Hz version of the AW2524HF, which still delivers a sports-grade performance and costs substantially less. Number 2. MSI MAG 255FE 2024.5-inch Gaming Monitor. If you're gaming on a budget and don't necessarily need high-performance specs, MSI's MAG 255FE20 delivers strong, basic performance for a 1080p, 24.5-inch display. I thought it delivered good color reproduction, especially for a sub-$200 display. I also appreciated its compact build. It had the smallest desk footprint of all the monitors I tested. I have a small desk and a big gaming laptop, so that was a huge plus for me. Of course, even the best budget monitor is going to come with some caveats. This display offers the bare minimum in terms of ports, with just 2 HDMI 2.0 and 1 DisplayPort 1.2 ports. Without any USB ports for charging and only a couple options for your gaming devices, it feels a bit threadbare. One other thing to be aware of: a number of user reviews have noted finding dead pixels, small permanent dots on the panel that don't generate an image, within days of setting the monitor up. That's a huge problem, one that would warrant a return if it occurs. We didn't experience the issue, so it feels wrong to abstain from recommending a monitor we liked. However, we'd recommend reviewing the monitor's warranty and your store's return policy before investing, just to be safe. Number 3. MSI MPG 321URX 32-inch Gaming Monitor. MSI's 32-inch QD-OLED is a relatively affordable way to bring home a 4K QD-OLED monitor. Frankly, the MPG 321URX is stunning to look at. Its lovely graphics and accurate color reproduction, paired with a higher-than-average 240 Hz refresh rate, makes games look bright and vivacious. The monitor's design isn't as smooth as that of top-tier displays from prestigious brands like Alienware and Samsung. The housing for the panel is slim around the edge of the monitor, but the center column and attachment get chunky around the hinge on the back. Compared to Samsung's sleek monitor designs, it isn't an amazing look. This is the only monitor on the list with a high-powered, 90W USB-C port, which can charge large devices like your laptop quickly. You don't find that often on monitors, and as someone with several devices that support fast charging, I'm a fan. While OLED screens do make games look gorgeous, the technology comes with its drawbacks. To combat screen burn-in, which is a common long-term issue with OLED displays, this monitor occasionally forces your entire screen to refresh. In theory, it should only happen occasionally. You can change the interval to 4, 8, or 16 hours, and theoretically should occur when your screen is static. In practice, though, it can occur at any point. During testing, the monitor recalibrated while I was working, going black for a few seconds. I was just reading an article at the time, so it wasn't a problem, but it could have been disruptive if it occurred during a game. To make matters worse, I found user reviews claiming that the process can last as long as 5 minutes, which would be an extraordinarily long time. While there's an easy fix to avoid the refresh from bothering you, change the refresh setting to the longest interval and turning off your monitor when you aren't using it. This is still a poorly considered feature that could become a great annoyance to the wrong person. Ultimately, I think the incredible visual fidelity of the OLED is worth the expense and the hassle of the refresh. If you're buying a 32-inch 4K display, it's going to be expensive, so you might as well go all out. Number 4. Acer Predator Z57 Curved 57-inch Ultrawide Gaming Monitor. When I first set eyes on this massive, 57-inch wide monitor, I thought it seemed a tad excessive. The whole apparatus, monitor and stand, measures 4 feet with tripod legs that need about 2 feet, depth, by 3 feet, wide, or desk space. It also came in a box that was almost as tall as me. Of course, with ultra-wide displays, the massive size is the appeal. This curved, 32:9 panel can either present two 4K monitors side by side or, in a first-person game, create an immersive, cockpit-like experience that allows the screen to fill your field of vision from edge to edge. In the right circumstances, with the right game, it truly takes your gaming experience to a new level. The tight radius on the curve really enhanced the experience of sitting in a plane's cockpit in Flight Simulator. Having a panoramic view of the world in front of you is almost as breathtaking as being in the cockpit of an actual airplane. It also works well as a replacement for a multi-monitor setup, even outside of games. I was able to comfortably simulate my normal 3-monitor setup, even if the screen barely fit on my desk. Ultrawide monitors, as a rule, require more tinkering with settings than a standard monitor, so the clunky system menus and controls are a bit more of a hassle here than in other cases. Unlike other monitors, there is no way to navigate these menus with a mouse and keyboard either. Naturally, a monitor that can replace 2 or 3 standard monitors comes with a hefty price tag. Though, when you think of it as buying 2 or 3 monitors instead of 1, the price starts to feel a little more reasonable. Moreover, both ultrawide and curved monitors are something of an acquired taste. Not everyone wants or needs to be able to use their peripheral vision while playing a game. We'd recommend finding a way to try a curved ultrawide, even if it isn't the Z57, before making the switch. If you're optimizing for escapism, though, you'll be hard-pressed to find a better portal. Number 5. Alienware AW3425 DWM 34-inch Curved Gaming Monitor. If you're looking for a more affordable curved ultrawide monitor, Alienware's 34-inch AW3425 DWM was one of our favorite monitors to test, and costs less than our high-end 24-inch pick. This 3440x1440p panel won't fill every inch you can see, or take up your entire desk, but it still manages to create the enhanced immersion you want from a curved ultrawide display in a smaller package. Generally speaking, 3440x1440p, sometimes called ultrawide quad HD, is a pretty low resolution for a screen this size. It also has a lower refresh rate than any monitor we recommend, and is a bit light on ports. That said, it's a fair compromise for this price point, and we weren't particularly bothered by the lower resolution, even in first-person experiences. All of our caveats about curved ultrawides apply here as well, though this is a much safer option if you're just trying the format sight unseen.